and I'm live. That's a relief. I just had to restart my computer, which was a bit worrying. Oh, yeah, that was a bit worrying. I just had to restart my computer. Who knows what was going on? So I thought I'd come out and do a bit of writing at, of course, my favourite location. Let me just show you the view. So this is my view as I write. Not bad, eh? Not bad. It's a pretty good view. Not going to complain. So I'm here at Cliff Cottage. Oh, let me just turn you slowly back round so I don't make you dizzy. Yeah, so I'm just writing a new chapter for the next book, and this is going to be a series. So the book is called Transmute Trauma, Discover Who You Truly Are. So I've been doing some deep work this morning because that requires me to really go inwards, to really explore my story, to get it in a really nice flow so people can read it, people can understand it, which then leads into an exercise. And I just wrote this piece and I thought, God, that's actually really powerful. So I just wrote, I was forever trapped in a loop of self-sabotage. I lived my life day by day, forever the pessimist. I trusted no one. Every relationship I disintegrated and pushed away. I was left to struggle in the world and had no hope for a brighter future. And I was thinking, I just wrote that. I was like, that's really good. This is a really nice, compact piece of writing, and it expresses how I feel on a really deep emotional level. And it's why I'm so drawn to help other women to share their stories of trauma, recovery and healing, because there is a massive education gap between the academics and the bureaucracy of the systems. So doctors, social services, police service, these are all bureaucratic systems with great people within them, but unfortunately sometimes we get swallowed by the bureaucracy of the system, which means that people don't get the support it is that they truly deserve. It takes them in one direction, and a lot of time that direction is around, in the medical profession anyway, is around limited mental health services, which are overstretched now, and medication. So it's why I'm so passionate about helping women there to share their stories of trauma, recovery and healing, so the younger generation, or even women of our own age, can learn that there are other avenues that you can try to recover and heal. You don't have to be dependent on the medical system. However, I need to be mindful here. I'm not saying stop your medication. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. You absolutely have to do those things, but there are other options available to you. And it's why I'm so passionate about creating this book series, Triumph Over Trauma. I've got 3 kittens playing, hopefully one of them might come up. I've got 3 kittens playing around me, so I'm getting distracted. Yeah, sharing our stories is really important. Sharing the horrendous things that we have been through really enables us to empower ourselves to help other people. It helps us to understand our story and emotions and the beliefs we have running that are not serving us, but it helps us to make such an impact with other people who are reading the books and wanting to see if there is another way, wanting help with their recovery and healing journey. Because, you know, I relied way too heavily on the medical profession to help me to overcome my trauma, but actually it did anything but. All it did was it meant that I became addicted to antidepressants, found it very hard to come off them, and it just numbed the trauma it is that I had been through. So I was never able to escape that cycle of the trauma responses that I had learnt to the events I experienced when I was younger. And until you're able to recognize the loops it is that you get yourself stuck into, you're not able to take responsibility for your own healing. So writing a chapter it's a gift. It's such a gift, because what happens is every time you write a chapter, you heal something else that is playing out in your life. So my chapter in this book is all about learnt helplessness, and that has been a big thing for me because of all the trauma that I've been through. I learned to be a victim, I learned to be helpless, and that is just purely because I didn't know there was even such a thing. So my chapter is talking about what created me to learn to become a victim. Why did I embrace learnt helplessness? Why was I ever this potential victim? It's all just about learnt behaviour. It's all about your experiences as a child, a young woman, a woman growing up. And if that isn't... Hello? You alright? Good? Yeah, just doing a live. I'll come over in a minute. You go and see Crystal? Or Ginger, I should say. Yeah, where was I? These are all things that you have learnt that you can unlearn, which are easy to unlearn once you know how. This is all about education, reading, education, studying, and going deep. No point in doing all of those things if you don't go deep and discover what's behind your behaviour. Why do you feel helpless? Why do you feel like you're a victim? Why are you behaving in those ways? This is just about learning. It is completely possible, because I've done it, to unlearn and understand why you're doing things that you do. But more importantly, so that's what my chapter's about, but more importantly, writing a chapter in a book is so powerful. It is such a gift. So I can't wait for this next book to come out. It's going to be super, super cool. I'm just doing the book cover. I've been playing around with the book cover this weekend before I send it over to the designer. I don't like to give the designer I like to give the designer some ideas of what it is that we want before they bring the cover together. Otherwise it ends up being a complete disaster. Yeah, so just enjoying the view. I might leave you with the view, actually. I'll go and talk to my friend who's been helping me with one of the dogs it is that I'm feeding. Oh, where are we? Let's... Oh, actually, it's a bit bright. Nah, you can't see anything. What's going on? Too much sun. Too much sun.